Welcome to What the F***. We are to intelligent debate what herpes was to the sexual revolution. Let's get a preview of tonight's show from Timothy Walton in the legal department. Timothy, what do we have in store for tonight's show?
Well, Jim, as you know, the theme of today's show is the continuing perversity of high-heeled women crushing cockroaches while smoking. No. Today we're discussing various aspects of love. And so our first story will be about how to know when people actually like you. We'll also discuss nice guys and how to change them into jerks. And how does love smell? We'll find out later, as well as, finally, a story about love is stupid. Or no, love makes you stupid. That's what it is. So you will have to educate us on all of these things. Back to you, Jim.
Thanks, Timothy. We'll see you at the end of the show. Hey, I know you can't wait to meet them, and neither can I, but the second coming of Jesus and the disciples will just have to wait. So, let's meet tonight's panel instead. Starting with the far chair, he's an amateur artist and extremely minor league hockey player. He's Bill Morgan. If clever insights were a rusty hinge, Handyman would oil him until he stopped squealing. In the middle chair, she's a nurse and member of the comedy troupe, the Suburban Squirrels. It's Frankie J. She's so bright, even talking to her may make you go blind, but we'll risk it today. In between them, it's Chris Braun, who owns a small ad agency. If machismo was a bathroom in a public library, homeless men would go in and out of him all day long. Finally, sitting next to me, he's the call screener for the Santa Cruz morning radio show Good Morning Monterey Bay. It's Grant Patrizio. If pulp culture references were drywall, carpenters would nail him for money.
Wow.
Issue number 1. If he's making a pass, if he's making you laugh, is there truth to the rumor if there is no humor? Will you get a poke if she laughs at your jokes? Norman Lee, an associate professor of psychology at Singapore Management University, go fighting coolies, has posited that humor is a good indicator of whether or not your significant other or coworkers actually like you. If the laughter comes easy, the answer is likely yes. If it doesn't, the answer is likely no. His research also found that initiation of humor depended more on attraction and satisfaction than to general conversation. That is, when not attracted or satisfied, people reported being less likely to initiate humor. However, when attracted or satisfied, people reported being more likely to initiate humor than conversation. God, that's obvious. For more, we turn to our relationship correspondent, Alice DeGoon. Hey, G, your thoughts? Well, Grant, I think she likes you.
I was about to say the same thing to you.
Oh, no, you know, what can I say? I think she was looking at you. But anyway, so I'll start with you. Grant, you buying this or not?
Well, the whole humor thing, I'm buying. But whether it comes easy or difficult determining whether or not they like you, that part I'm not buying. Because some people just don't laugh. They're just not loud. They just don't laugh loudly or easily. They can find things funny and enjoy your company without having to be vocal about it.
Is that what you tell yourself every morning?
How'd you know?
Just wondering. Lucky guess.
I tell myself every time I go on stage with that, but he found me out.
You're good enough. Don't worry about it. Bill, you buying this?
Sure, why not? Just to go back a bit, though, what was the school that produced this study? Did you say it was like Singapore U?
Yes.
This must have been the Department of the Obvious. People laugh at your jokes, they like you. Is that what they're saying?
Yep.
Okay, next story.
People don't laugh at your jokes much, do they, Bill?
Well, see, a wise man once said that true wit pleases only the mind and it does not disturb the countenance. And so I just assume people are laughing on the inside.
Oh, is that how you get through each day?
You know, we all have our little crutches.
All right, okay. Chris, what about you? What's your take on this?
I think it's the type of laugh. The laugh that we first listened to today, that's not the kind of laugh I'm looking for my first date, you know? I think we're looking for somebody with a genuine, you know, that really looks you in the eye and
maybe
laughs.
the end of your first date.
Yeah, there you go. Wow.
It's looking good.
Have you seen my past, Bill? Have you seen some of my dates?
I have.
I think you
And
have,
you know, this
actually.
one's a winner compared to some others.
Especially with the distortion toward the nose.
Do you really want them laughing at the end of your first date?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I don't.
well,
I like
squealing,
them laughing
perhaps.
at my first joke, but you know, with a little more twinkle in their eye.
Yeah, because I don't
Kind
know.
of like Grant's twinkle.
Wait just
Wait a
a
minute, wait a
second
minute.
Sorry
here.
about that.
You guys want to be alone? Come on.
Because I don't know how your dates normally end, or what base it ends at, but we'll save that for after the break. Sue, what's your take on this?
I basically totally agree with this. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
did
I
you
would-
laugh at your husband when you're dating?
No, we started immediately into the argument mode.
Oh, okay.
I'm laughing now, but at that time it was very,
Did he try to initiate?
it was combative.
Contentious.
Ooh.
Oh, so it was one of those, right?
There was a lot of heat, is what you're
Boy,
saying.
was
Wow,
it?
Bobby
Yeah.
William Hurt and
Friction.
Kathleen Turner. right?
Exactly.
Hello,
Exactly.
That's what the episode on cops looked like, right?
Probably. Yes.
All right.
I missed
All right.
that one.
All right. I'll throw this out the table. If this is true, does this make Gilbert Gottfried the most popular man in the world?
Who's Gilbert Gottfried?
You ever heard
The,
his laugh?
the comedian.
He's got a horrible laugh.
How you do? Did you ever see Aladdin? The movie.
Yeah.
No.
He was the voice of the parrot.
Oh,
Wow. Obscure cultural
Grant, you
references for 1,000, Alex.
Grant, you could do that laugh. Come on.
no.
Come on.
A parrot laugh? A parrot?
There you go.
That's very close, actually.
Pretty close there. Yeah.
He's a very annoying and not very telegenic
okay.
comedian.
My name is Polly and I'm a whore.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
My name is Polly. I'm a whore.
I knew it would come out.
See? Mimics, that's what we are.
I just had to channel my inner Iago. Excuse me.
Very pop
Wow.
culture references. So yeah, okay, then I'll leave you. Does this make Gilbert Gottfried the world's most popular man?
I hope not.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, just because he laughs doesn't mean anybody's laughing with him.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So wait a minute. So is there a difference between laughing with you and laughing at you?
Yes.
You should
Oh
know.
my.
Yes.
As the panel chuckles this way.
Oh, yeah, right. Just everybody go.
Talk about attacking the host.
It's funny. I'm hearing the director giving directions over my.
And what is he saying? A little to the left?
No,
or
I think
right?
he's probably sitting here. He's probably thinking, crap, I hit the wrong button.
Is that how it works? It's
Yes.
button operated.
button operated.
So did
That's
we
right.
just break
So
the fourth wall?
I should.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Doesn't
So
matter.
They have insurance for that anyway.
There's,
Touche.
they take it out in editing.
Right.
would this be a way of would this be an incentive to become a comedian rather than say a doctor, a lawyer, politician, a cop? Throw this out.
Like they're mutually exclusive.
Nah, you never know. Don't quit your day job.
Yeah.
You can have humorous doctors or intelligent comedians. I don't see a problem of mixing them.
Yeah, the only one that would be a problem is the lawyers. No sense of humor whatsoever.
All
Oh,
right.
that's
Yeah.
very true.
He's
Yeah.
right, you know.
All right.
There's one out there.
There's a couple out there.
All right.
My dad is not one of them.
Okay, on to issue number 2. From whimsical attractions to wimpy distractions. Issue number 2. If a relationship is to work, should the guy be a jerk? Is it too nice to be a vice? A writer from Crack Magazine explores what women don't understand about nice guys. He notes that nice guys have the same potential to behave badly, but just don't have the guts to do so, at least around the objects of their desire. They want to be liked, and because of that, they don't take the risks required to make a woman happy, like suicide, I guess, which would entail the risk of displeasing her. They hold the woman they desire on a pedestal and being in love with the idea of her, but not the warts and all version of her, which I think there's a website for that. But you know who doesn't hold women on a pedestal? These guys.
Looks like nobody could stay on that pedestal.
That's right. They don't hold her on the pedestal.
There's-
She broke it.
Nothing funnier than people getting hurt.
And America's Funniest Home Videos.
Unless you're
Anyway.
Haven't you seen Tosh.0? That's the whole show.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll start with the only woman on the panel, Frankie. Agree,
Oh, I was going to say, we're waiting for you to point out who that was.
agree or disagree?
What?
You
Wait,
took a
wait,
left
wait.
turn.
Let's see. Wimpy guys, right?
Right.
Wimpy.
Nice guys.
Nice guys.
Yeah, nice guys.
Nice guys are
you know,
annoying.
really mildly disagreeable. Maybe just a little. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, since you're happily married, since you just said that your whole relationship is based on the foundation of arguing and yelling at each
That's
other.
right.
All right. So that's how your husband won you over, by being a complete jerk to you?
Yeah.
And it worked?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We still argue about every little nuance in the world, and he still thinks he's right, and we all know he's not.
Chris, you're married, right?
I'm married 23 years.
All right. Is this exhibit A of why women are insane?
Pretty much. Now, as a nice guy, I'll say is this: is that nice guys, we take our pants off one leg at a time, just like the bad guys. Just remember that.
Do you really?
Yeah, one leg at a time.
Sometimes you don't take them off. You just drop trou.
No,
do it both legs at a
the
time.
whole thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess technically that makes you a bad guy.
That makes you a bad guy.
I guess it depends on the timing. Is really the whole thing.
So anyway, wait a minute. When you met your wife, when you were courting your wife,
Yes.
were you a nice guy or were you a caveman?
I think I was a pretty nice guy. Yeah, I was in the Navy at the time, right over here at Moffett Field.
Okay.
And actually met my wife in a bar dance club.
Okay.
And she kind of stood out in the crowd as being, like, wow, what is that girl in the sweater that looks nice and all these, She kind of stood out, and we went through the normal courtship dating, that the good guy meets the nice girl.
And you didn't do anything douchebaggery throughout the entire courtship?
No, I mean, the worst part was that I was driving a 65 Volvo in 1987, and it would break down all the time, and my poor girlfriend, now my wife, would have to come pick me up on base. But that was just because I was an idiot and couldn't afford a better car.
Oh, okay. Or mechanical skills to fix it.
Zero, yeah.
And didn't know anybody in the motor pool.
There you go. Did the motor pool guys laugh at your jokes at Moffett?
No, they didn't laugh.
They didn't laugh.
No, they looked the other way.
Maybe that's probably the reason.
Yeah.
Bill.
That sounds like an interesting technique. I'll have to try that. Get a shitty car that breaks down and call girls in the middle of the night to come get me. I like it.
like
Very, very clever.
Yeah, but
I'll
Bill,
pay
you have
for
to
dinner if
you
you
have to
come
make
get
sure
me.
that Bill, you got to make sure they're girls.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Whoa, wow. And the games begin.
Yeah, well,
that blow-up doll, that's
blow-up.
not
well,
the same thing.
yeah. There's a sheep farm over on the other side of Moffett
there
Field,
you
and
go.
Yes, but
Gross.
sheeps don't have opposable thumbs. I don't think they can drive.
I don't want to seem like I'm fixated on your source material or anything, Jim. But what was the name of the magazine you got this
Crack.
story from? Crack.
Yes, crack.
Crack
But of course,
magazine.
you
Is that the same people who publish Jugs?
No.
Okay, just wondering.
But no,
And
that's
speed.
crack.
Oh, right. Oh, there's an ED on this one.
Yes.
Oh, of course.
The
Of course.
ED is
Oh.
short for education.
Right, the Pulitzer Prize winning
Oh.
Crack. Of course.
Also known as the New York Times, which is last week.
Remind me, Bill, not to let the panelists pick the stories. Okay?
Right.
Who picked these?
Oh, they did, but no, those two. All right, Grant. I got like 30 seconds, so I'm sorry to shortchange it. You're starting out on the dating life. So what's your short 15-second take on this?
My short 15-second take on this is I am ashamed at how right it is, because that just shows a measure of my lack of success.
So you're the ultimate nice guy?
No, as nice as I try to be, and I am guilty as charged of holding the girl I like on a pedestal. It's sappy. It's what I deem to be chivalrous, but it's also not working.
And if she's on a pedestal, you can look up her skirt, right? Yes.
I knew there was a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
There's still hope for you yet, Grant. All right, we are on to our first break. Wow, that wart is big there, Frank. Oh, sorry. Oh, issue
Why were you
number
looking?
3. Will a relationship go well if you like the smell? And as a sign that we are reliving the 70s all over again, singles in Los Angeles and New York are trying a new variation of speed dating. Each participant brings in a slept-in t-shirt, another sniffed a t-shirt, trying to find a compatible match. The practice is based on research that has shown that humans can use scent to sort out genetic combinations that will lead to weaker offspring. Parties in LA and New York have had anecdotal success, and parties are planned in Atlanta and San Francisco. You know who's looking forward to these parties? This guy.
What is he doing? Why?
Man,
Why?
that booger is deep.
I've heard of mining for gold up there, but that's ridiculous.
Oh, well,
God bless his
you know,
heart.
I know you have a bad sinus, but that's taking it to the
Looking
extreme.
at these things, I always forget what the article's about.
Yeah, oh, sorry, but anyway.
Oh my God.
All right, so who haven't I got? Okay, so Chris, you're first this time. Good idea. Smell, sniff and scratch and sniff speed dating. Good idea or bad idea?
Well, I did some research this week when you told me about this, so have at it, people.
Ooh.
I'm bowing out, Max.
No, come on now. Give that a shot.
I'll give it a shot.
Give that a little sniffy whiffy.
Wrong, just wrong preference there, you know.
Come on now.
Perfumey,
Give that a
too
shot.
perfumey
Little
for
perfumey,
me.
yeah.
Too perfumey?
Belongs
Do
to a
you think
guy.
it's
Next.
the laundry
Give that a
detergent or is
shot.
it the cologne?
Oh, I know what it is. It's probably that stuff you put in the dryer.
Does nothing for me.
Nothing for you?
Yeah.
Grant,
Grant,
please. Please have do.
try it. And?
No.
But he had to think about it. So,
Yeah,
you know,
thank you
I
for
was
thinking about it.
registering the smell.
I appreciate it. I
One
appreciate it.
pheromone off of his plus radar.
There you go.
There
At
you go.
very least.
At the very, very
So you buying this or not, Chris?
I am buying it. I think there's something to it. I mean, you know, men are dogs, women are cats, right? We're out there. Everybody's out there. I mean, this comparison's been made before, right? And we're out there sniffing and smelling.
Okay, so if you're happily married, how would you describe the smell of your wife?
Oh, well, she smells sexy.
Yes, but what does that smell like?
It's a tough one to sort of enunciate or to really bring out, but my wife's from South America,
Right,
so she's a little exotic.
right.
She's beautiful.
Is it a more floral scent or is it a more musky scent? Does it smell like cinnamon? What are we talking about?
I'm
here?
starting to get uncomfortable. Really, seriously.
We're talking about underarm, not other parts of the anatomy.
Okay.
What
Had
are
you
we
changed
really
that
talking
last
about?
syllable, that would have been a whole lot worse.
I would say floral.
Okay.
Lightly floral.
Okay,
Yes.
Phil, what's your take on this?
Man,
Does it smell fishy to you?
No, not in the least. But I do need some clarification. Exactly what articles of clothing are they bringing?
T-shirt.
T-shirts.
T-shirts. Okay, good.
Yes, Phil. So if they have one of these parties, do not bring your underwear.
Okay.
Right?
Well, if I go back to wearing underwear, of course. But what I'm saying is, yeah, I buy it. I definitely.
Would you go?
I would.
Yeah.
And I would have to bring extra shirts.
Have to bring because?
There'd be a demand.
Oh,
Oh, wow. The famous Bill shirts.
a man who's confident in his
Yes.
odor.
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
That's good.
Frankie
Hey,
is the only woman.
I stink and I'm
Your
proud.
take?
You know?
I don't know about pheromone sleep T-shirts. I'm not really sure that that's where the smell.
Happily married, right?
Yep.
What does your husband smell like? Underarm, not other parts of the body.
I don't. He doesn't sweat.
Okay.
Is that not amazing? Except when he's playing music and then it just pours off of him, which is how I got attracted to him in the first place. So
So,
it must have been.
so there might be some.
Spirits might be.
So
Could
what
be
did it smell
something.
like?
That particular night?
No, the perspiration.
Oh. I don't know. It's just wet and sticky.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
That sounds.
That's
Grant,
a rock and roll song.
I end up shortchanging you again. Are you buying this?
No. Frankly, I think it stinks.
I think I'm going to leave off now. Okay. All right. From smelling I do to losing your IQ. Issue number 4. If you're struck by Cupid, are you also stupid? Professor Robin Dunbar, an evolutionary psychologist at the University of Oxford, go Patriots, argues that the rational parts of the human brain shut down when experiencing feelings of love. Dunbar looked at MRI scans from 17 volunteers as they were shown pictures of their boyfriends and girlfriends with whom they claimed they were truly, madly, deeply in love. Yeah, that's what she said. When the people gazed at images of their loved ones, the rational parts of their brain were affected by, quote, rose-tinted spectacle syndrome, unquote, aka beer goggles. And their hearts ruled their heads, dulling their critical faculties, or facilities. I always never know which word to use. But you know who wasn't part of that study? This guy.
Not everyone is a profession. At a zoo in Mexico, a daydreaming worker sweeps out the elephant pen. But he ignores the first rule of elephant care. Watch your back. Or at least watch the elephant's back. Now he's packed into a pachyderm.
Clean up on aisle 3.
Eventually, the elephant squeezes him up.
Gratuitous.
You know, after that, he would never, ever go into an MRI scanner ever again. I don't know why.
Maybe with nose
I
blows.
wonder.
Yeah. All right, Grant, since I shortchanged you the last couple segments, you buying this or not?
Actually, yes. like I was saying before, I tend to put the girl on the pedestal. It doesn't work because my intelligence is probably severely clouded.
Well, then if you're buying this, then is this why Vulcans can only mate 7 years? Once every 7 years? Oh, come on, pop culture reference. Ponfar.
That culture is way too
That's
pop.
nerd culture reference. That's not pop culture.
Yeah, that's way too pop and not enough culture. Or maybe I'm just screwing that up even more.
There you go. Okay, so because Vulcans are smart, right? And they're
Yeah.
and they're logical,
Yeah,
and they only mate every 7 years.
yeah.
So
Objection leading.
yeah, exactly.
Leading the witness.
He denies being a lawyer, but anyways. So yeah. So you are buying this, okay?
I buy it.
All right, Bill, you buying it?
That you're stupid and you do stupid things to try and get laid? Yeah, I buy that.
No. When you're in love, you're stupid.
Oh, what's the difference?
Between love
Love
and
and
lust?
sex.
Love and laid.
Yeah,
Actually,
really.
that was one of the stories we were thinking about, that there is a difference between love and lust in terms of brain activity.
Well, how clever of you to work it in anyway.
That's right, of course. Now, lust is associated with the part of the brain that associates with hunger, and love is associated with the part of the brain that's associated with addiction.
I'm sorry, what did you
What?
say?
Love,
Addiction.
Okay, gotcha. Addiction, right.
You got to
Sure.
enunciate addiction.
Yeah.
so you buying this or not?
Yes, I do. I think I stand by my original statement that people will do anything, no matter how stupid.
You
And
said I do. You may now kiss
how
the
many
bride.
IQ points do you estimate you lose?
Just about all of them.
Okay.
You have to maintain some degree of cleverness to make your plan work, of course.
Okay.
But your self-esteem takes a hit, I think.
All right. How about you, Chris? You buying this?
Well, I can just give you an example. When I was in 7th grade, I fell in Gaga love, not with Gaga, but Gaga love, with the girl down the street. And this is 1975, I believe. And I took the speakers of my stereo, I put them in the window, and I played "Love Will Keep Us Together" about 50 times in a row. And the neighbors across the street called the cops and came to our house, and I was almost arrested for Captain and Tenio overplaying.
Did you go to prison?
No prison.
'Cause
There was a stern warning from Mom.
You
didn't-
really should go to prison to
Yeah,
play
yeah.
Captain and Tenio at a loud volume, but
Yeah.
but maybe that was the '70s. Everyone was doing it.
That,
You were
that,
young.
that
You needed
crime
the
is
money?
still on the books some places, I think. The Captain and
Frankie.
Tennille law.
Yes,
You buying this?
absolutely.
What's
Yeah,
the
love
dumbest
is
thing you've
total-
ever? What's the dumbest thing you've ever done while in love? Or
Well,
other than getting married, I know.
just taking the guy home at
Oh.
the very first hello.
Oh, whoa,
Oh.
whoa.
Oh, whoa.
Not your-
Somebody's quick.
not your husband.
No, it was.
Oh, it was your husband. Okay, so that's okay.
It
As
was
far
that
as he
night.
knows,
As
it
far
was.
as he knows, it was.
It was blind drunk, actually, and I'll blame it all on.
And he was sweaty,
I'll
so
blame
what are you
it all
going
on
to do?
Canadian Club and the
And sweat.
pheromones.
And
Yeah.
good smell and sweat.
This good
That's
smell
right,
and sweat.
exactly.
Okay.
Standing up there playing guitar, lost my heart.
All right, we are in with a segment. We're on to our second break. Okay, welcome back from our second break. Hey, if you guys want to see, talk to us on social media, our Skype, or right, that our Twitter, Facebook, and in email are down listed below here on the screen. At least I'll add it in post, as I always do. So we are on to the fact-checking segment of our show, and for that we rejoin Timothy Walton at the legal department. Hey, Timothy, how'd we do, and what'd you think of the first story?
Well, there were so many errors that just have to be corrected, but we'll start with the first story. And I need to point out that it was Singapore Management University where the study was done. And one of the things that I found most fascinating that nobody commented upon was that they only used 46 undergraduates in their study, and then they failed to follow up and see which of them actually hooked up with each other. I mean, what kind of study is this anyway? But perhaps the most significant error that you made, Jim, was in describing Gilbert Gottfried as playing an animated parrot in Aladdin. You need to know that Iago was a macaw.
Really? I did not know that. I thought
30
macaws were white
Shows what
and
you
Well-
know.
parrots were red. But
Once again, you're just giving me more that I have to correct.
all right. Okay.
And everybody on the panel is wrong to say that lawyers have no sense of humor. Many are laughing all the way to the bank.
My dad isn't, and he's a lawyer.
No. It's the lawyers are laughing at the bank, but people aren't laughing with the lawyers, right? Or at the lawyers even,
Yeah,
right?
who laughs first?
Yeah, you like everybody else, but no one likes you.
I don't know. I hear a lot of lawyer jokes.
Yes, but they're not laughing with you. They're laughing at you.
He's not
Once
amused.
more, another error that I have to
He just proved me wrong. Oh my gosh, brilliant, Timothy, brilliant. How
Frankie, I do have to point out that you are wrong and your husband is right.
What? ¿Cómo?
He's not even here.
¿Qué? ¿Cuál?
Ihua.
I think as a general proposition, not in any particular thing, right?
Yeah, so, all the time, exactly.
All the time.
It's a good thing you're in another room, baby.
And she doesn't know where
Fighting
it
is birth of love, they say. Jim, I also have to point out that your continued use of the word courting and courtship, in this particular article, it made very clear that the only people who use the word courting or courtship are who really mean it to mean tongue-mining rights to her wisdom teeth.
Whoa!
That was a magical mystery tour there.
Obscure.
This guy is not a nice guy.
Which probably means he's getting laid after the show. Anyway.
He might be getting laid right now, and we don't know it. Please don't. If it's true, don't show it. Don't pan down.
Along those same lines, Grant, I have to point out that chivalry is dead, and you need to start snubbing that girl you really like if you want to get her in the sack. Unless it's that you really want Chris to smell your T-shirt.
we got a little bit less than a minute left, Timothy. Where else have we been screwed up?
Well, also, I have to point out that Vulcans actually go into heat every 7 years, but they also mate outside of Ponfar.
What?
Outside of Pompar?
I think Vulcans can mate outside of Ponfar.
Is that near Pomona?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gasp.
You know, I'll trust Timothy since he's probably seen all the episodes, right, Timothy?
Twice, at least.
Yes,
All
at
right.
least.
We got 15 seconds, Timothy. How much more? Give me your best shot. Of
All
what's
right,
left.
Jim, you need to stop asking your married friends to let you smell their fingers.
Wow.
Agreed.
It's a good point.
What? All right.
Agreed.
All right, Timothy, thank you very much. Excellent job. And thank you to the crew. Thank you for the panel. Excellent job, everybody.
Of course.
We will see you later.
I'm going to need some more gin.